You got almost everything finished? Look at that little cowlick that you have.
I'm gonna...
It's not the same.
I'm gonna go cut it.
You're not gonna cut it.
I will.
Well, that's not gonna help your growing plant. Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty and the Frizz. My name is Cara. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me for a Do We Still Love Her. I'm really excited today to be playing with the Rose Quartz palette from Huda Beauty that I've only used one time. Yeah. So if you just want to get ready with me and chit chat, keep watching this video. Let me know what you think. And if makeup is your therapy and your love, if it makes you happy and you want to hang out with someone that feels the same way, definitely consider joining the community. I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. So how are you? I'm doing well. Today is the last day of MCAP testing and I'm filming this on a Tuesday morning and I believe this is gonna go up Tuesday evening because it's not gonna be super long. But I wanted to tell you who inspired me to pull out this palette from Huda Beauty. I'm not sure if you follow any fragrance content, but I have been watching Amy Glam for a little while now. She does incredible makeup. I have never seen her do a makeup video, and I haven't even finished watching her video that she did with this look. But she had a look on in one video, and I'm like, what's on your eyes? Oh my gosh. And then I saw another video where she was getting ready, and she was doing a look with this palette. And it reminded me that I wanted to bring this palette out because I've only used it one time. I did not get this palette during the launch, which was, we had Naughty Nudes in 2020, right? And then we had, oh, he really cut his cowlick off, okay. We had Empowered and we had this one. I can't remember the order. What came out last? Oh, and Grunge. Okay, so this was 2021. So yes, 2021, Empowered was 2022, and Pretty Grunge was 2023. Anyway, if you are not following Amy Glam, please check her out because I really like her fragrance reviews and I just like her. So, and her makeup is always on point. I was about to say unlike me, but that wasn't nice because you gotta be nice to yourself. But her makeup is always on point though.
I cut my cowlick off.
Okay, so here's the palette. I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. You can see like this palette looks barely touched because it's been barely touched. Let me quickly tell you what's on my face because I'm doing like real quick makeup. I have on my Kiehl's sunscreen serum. I have on my Westman Atelier foundation stick, which is almost done, y'all. And I ordered another one from Macari, shade number 9. I'm wearing my Dior Natural Bronze Glow, the peachy brown bronzer. I did order the pink one because I'm obsessed with this. Like, I know obsessed is like a YouTube word now, but no, I'm obsessed with it. And then I have on House Labs Hibiscus Haze, just real subtle. I have a newly washed lip gloss on. Yes, newly washed. I believe it's Divine Rose from Pat McGrath. I heard something in the dryer. I know, I said I was gonna put a sign on my machine, but you know how that goes. But yeah, it didn't spill out or anything. I heard it going around in the dryer and I tried it on and we'll see how it does. But I can't be, afford to be losing my lipsticks. For eyeshadow primer, I'm wearing the About Face primer, which that's been going really well. Thankfully, the Sephora sale is over. I did a last minute order. I did order 2 of those Rare Beauty blushes that I said I wasn't gonna order. I wanted my Hourglass Trio palette, so I got that. And I got the we'll have to do a video with this, but the Super Goop Protectant sunscreen, because I'm obsessed with sunscreen, and that's a good thing. All right, so let's get started. I feel like there was something else I wanted to say. Yes, do y'all know this? Do y'all know this? I did my press-on nails. And you know what? I wanted to show them before I somehow messed them up. They're not messed up, but let me show you. They're very cute. Okay, these are from Etsy, y'all. Press-on nails. They're cat eye press-on nails. I'll put the link to the Etsy shop. I think I may have paid $15 for these. And I'll put the link to the glue because I got a glue set and a remover, but I love these. I was gonna tell you, I got Sharpie marker on here. I don't know how to get that off without messing up the nails. I love these. They're so easy to get used to. And to me, they look really natural. I can't believe myself, but I feel all prissy and girly. All right, let's get into this look before it's time for me to go, because I do have a topic that I'd like to chat about. Now, I'm not going to recreate the look Amy Glam did, but her look was real cute. Let me see it. Okay. Why don't you get an ice pack out the freezer? How did you do that? Were you like bending over and getting up?
Yeah.
Oh.
No. I was bending down and stopping down and banging my head.
Okay. If you will get the ice pack. Okay. All right, let's do this. This is the shade right here that I just saw in her eyes though, these bright ones. So I'm trying to figure this situation out. Let's start with neither one of those. Let's start with Serenity right here. I want to talk about an epiphany I had, which, listen, this is not going to be like mind-blowing news, okay? So let's just hear me out here. Oh my gosh, I'm messing it up. You know how on Instagram they have like a lot of sponsored content, and for some reason, well, I know the reason, but I don't know how they know it's me. For some reason, there's a lot of content about clutter, organization, procrastination. It's really a goal to sell journals, like organization journals and all that. And you know, my philosophy is if you have not really made that decision in your mind, you can have a journal, you can have all the tools. I bought so many things thinking, okay, this is going to be the thing to get me together. But the thing to get me together is me. It's nobody else. It's no journal. I mean, there are things that can aid in helping with whatever your goals are, but the decision is made by you and your mind, and that's the most powerful thing that we have, our mind, right? And our time, our mind and what we do with our time. So I didn't get the journal, but they talked about dopamine chasing. I didn't even look this up because I didn't know what I was going to talk about on this video, but let's just look up what dopamine chasing is. Too much pleasure what is behavioral addictions? How chasing the rush and pleasure of dopamine may contribute to problems. Now, it does talk about addictions like being hooked on work, video games, exercise, gambling, internet use. But I think the link that they were trying to make is there's a sensation that I think I'm getting from, and this might not be dopamine, so chime in, because there's a lot of people on here that are so skilled that are in our community. So chime in and let me know if I'm off. But there's some sort of pleasure. It doesn't feel like pleasure to me, but there's some sort of satisfaction that I must be getting from experiencing the pressure of doing something at the last minute. I'm very confident in myself that I can get things done at the last minute and do a good job. But that doesn't make me feel good, but in some way it must. And I think that's leading to my procrastination with everything in life, with organizing, with schoolwork, with even filming. Sometimes I will sit down to film at the last minute when I realize I don't really have time, and I'll knock something out. I'm not talking about right now. This is always a rush. But it seems that there has to be some type of consequence that's going to happen immediately if I don't get something done on time. So I'm waiting to the last minute to turn in permission slips, to do my taxes, to, like I said, finish report cards. It's almost like operating out of fear in a way. Fear and anxiety is what's moving me. I don't know why it's taken me all this time to realize that. Now, the thing about it is, let me move on with this look. I'm gonna go into happiness. I shouldn't have done that last shade. Well, it's not gonna make or break the look. I don't know why it's taken me so long to figure this out, because the thing is that I think a lot of people operate out of fear. I think many people do. We're afraid of what's going to happen or consequence. But I think the difference with me is there's something about the last minute finishing it must be a rush that it might be satisfying, something that I'm looking for, but mentally that is not good for me. It's not good for me at all. And once I realized that that's how I'm operating, I have been catching myself, and I'm so excited. I also saw an Instagram ad where they were talking about ADHD, and they keep saying, don't put it down, put it away. So like when I take things out, I put it down and I don't put it away. And now I'm struggling because things in my house don't have a place. I'm just putting this all over the lid. I really like this color a lot. I love this. This might be too pink for some. So now when I take something out, I'm like, Cara, don't put it down, put it away. Don't put it down, put it away. Like, just put it away. The thing about it is I put so many things down and haven't put so many things away that I don't exactly know where to start. So my mom came over yesterday and I had all these clean clothes down in the basement. And so she organized them for me. I have to put them away. They're under that comforter right there. And she organized the boys' clothes. And now I kind of have a starting point to put their clothes away because I'm operating out of living out of a hamper or living off the couch, which it has its own little organization in a way, but that's not what I'm trying to do because now I have the boys using a list in the morning. We just restarted that. And they can't pick out their own clothes if their clothes aren't organized in a way for them to pick the clothes out. Does that make sense? Oh my gosh, look at this. This is the shade Cosmic Love. And we all, ooh, oh my gosh, Moon Magic. These are gorgeous. I'm gonna do Moon Magic. So I have been like just talking to myself about catching myself with these habits that I have developed. And I know they're not gonna go away right away, but I think catching it and acknowledging it is the first step. But I'm really operating out of fear. It's even when it comes to having difficult conversations. And I don't exactly know what I'm afraid of, like with difficult conversations, that someone's gonna be mad at me. That was my thing when I was younger, like with people pleasing. Like, I don't want this person to be mad at me or not want to be my friend. And, you know, conversations can be serious, but they don't have to have that result. You know, they don't. I mean, especially if you are having a conversation with a mature person, which, you know, that doesn't always happen. But it doesn't always have to have that result. But I already set it up to be that. I already set it up to be something where there's going to be tension or someone's going to be upset. And that might not even really be the case. And then I'm making more out of it than it really ended up being. And then I spent so much time being anxious and scared and not sleeping and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, these people weren't even thinking about you, you know? So I don't know. I'm kind of all over the place, but the waiting to the last minute to do things, I've really been able to, in these past couple of days, gone over like some of my behaviors. And I'm like, you had plenty of time to do this. You had plenty of time to do your taxes. Now, here's the thing. I started doing my taxes, not early, but at the end of March. I started uploading everything to H&R Block. But guess when the taxes were finished? April 14th. That's when they were done, or the 13th. That's when I got everything completely done and was like, okay, I can approve this return. But I had all of the time. And I don't want to do that anymore. I'm tired of doing that. I'm tired of living like that. It's unnecessary stress that I have. And I need to condition myself that that's not satisfying. Because it really isn't. I just wanted to share that in case anybody else does the same types or has the same type of issue if you exhibit the same types of behavior, because I'm the only one that can get myself out of this. It's just me. It's not gonna be a journal that I buy on Instagram. It's not gonna be anything. Like, for instance, I was doing these checklists with the boys before, and that's another thing. Sometimes it's like, I think buying some type of product, this is pretty, is gonna be the answer. So I used to have the boys on these checklists, and they were working well, and then I just fell off. And there were simple things to make it. I'm gonna use this Melt Cosmetics Slick Waterline pencil. There were things that I could have done to make it a little easier that would have helped me not slack off with it. For example, and this is such an easy thing. I know I have to do it in a corner. Wait. I could have just printed out one list and made copies. Was I doing that? No, I was handwriting the list every day. For what? That was just me not thinking, because I was doing it in that moment. So like yesterday, I sat down, I made the morning list, I made the evening list. This is the second day we're back on the morning list. And it's been great. The boys have been super organized. You don't have to get Marky a little more conscientious about checking everything. But they're working really, really well. Oh, I need to find my roller lash because, you know, Dark Star. Oh, it's right here. I was like, Dark Star is not that girl right now. Actually, Dark Star is that girl for the top, and roller lash is going to be on the bottom. But let me find an inner corner highlight. I got 5 minutes left to wrap this whole deep conversation up. So I made copies. I'm going to take, let's do self-love. That's a good one for today, self-love. And I put it on the desk at night and or the table. And it's been a great two days. They do great in the morning anyway, but I feel more, this isn't even about them. I feel more relaxed. I feel more in control. I feel more like, okay, they don't have to call me every 5 seconds because they can use the list to really guide them through their morning tasks. And if they don't have something done, I can go back and say, did you check your list? That's been great. I have fallout here, and that's totally my fault. Totally. It's not the palette. I was gonna try to brush this away with powder, but I just don't really have. So, a lesson has been learned this week. Stop operating out of fear. Don't put it down, put it away. Get the satisfaction out of being ahead of the game versus the rush or the adrenaline for having to do something. And maybe I'll do better work than what I think I'm doing. I think I'm like, yeah, I'm killing it. But like, if I really took time to sit down and do it, how much better could things be, you know? And that's that feeling I always say, I feel like I'm swimming. I feel like I'm on a hamster wheel that I can't get off. Part of it is my fault. Part of it is me putting myself on that wheel. Take some things off my plate, focus on getting things done a little bit more ahead of time, especially when you have time. Now, there's some things that are gonna come down to the last minute, like this video, and that's okay. But I have other things that I usually have to do in the morning that I did ahead of time. Like last night, I made my egg bites because I didn't order the Starbucks ones from Costco's, and I was like, you bought the stuff to make the egg bites, and you never made them. So when you wanna wait till the stuff spoils? So now I look at the cottage cheese and I'm like, damn, this said best used by April 7th. You know why? Because I was waiting till the last minute. And I was like, Mom, can I use this if it hasn't been open? She was like, yeah. I made those last night. I'm like, what are you waiting for? What am I waiting for? And that goes back to the whole, you are your own Calvary. Like, no one is coming. No one's coming. No one is coming to save me. So, now my mom did save me with the laundry, but no one is coming to save me. People can't read my mind. People don't know what needs to be done, but I know what needs to be done. And therefore, I can, and I was getting into this, like I can buy as many tools and make excuses and say, I'm going to start. I was going to buy the boys, what I was getting into was, I was going to buy the boys these little Amazon checklists. And, you know, I'm like, oh, I got to have them to get started. No, girl, write it on paper. You don't have to have that to get started. Start now. Like, for what? So that's where I'm at. I am really happy right now with figuring that out about myself. And you know what? Somebody probably could have looked at me and said that, but it means more because I am looking at me and saying that. A therapist could have told me, someone else could have told me, my sister could have told me she's a therapist, but I'm telling me, and I think that means more. Here's the final look. I'll have to deal with that later, but who cares? That's gonna be it, y'all. And I hate to start a conversation like this and run, but I got to go to work. So yes, y'all, let me know if you can agree with anything I talked about, and if you have anything to add to this conversation. Our mental health is really, really important. It's all we have. It really is all we have, and it really impacts our decision making. And I know I haven't been making the best ones, so let me know what you can contribute. Let me know. Just contribute to this conversation. We can keep it going down in the comments, and I can come back and do another video on how I'm feeling about all of this very soon. Thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me for another one today. I hope this was therapy for you. You know it always is for me. And until I see you again, make sure you're being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and you know I will see y'all really soon. Bye. Go on, blow up your